use Stokes' theorem to calculate the line integral over the curve C of f dotted with a dr, where f is equal to angle bracket z comma x comma y, close angle bracket, and C is oriented clockwise and is the boundary of a triangle with vertices point 0, 0, 1, the point 3, 0, -2, and the point 0, 1, 2. By Stokes' theorem, we're going to turn this into a surface integral, okay, of the function, the curl of f dotted with the parameterization of that surface. So we need to find a pair of things, and that is a parameterization of the surface and, using that, the curl of f. First thing we need to do, or next thing we need to do, is to find what the surface would be with these 3 points. Well, in fact, these points are contained in a plane. 3 points always determine a plane. And so we can use the equation ax plus by plus cz equals d, using these values of x, y, and z respectively, to form a system of equations and find the equation of that plane. This plane ends up being the function x minus y plus z equals 1. So I'm waving my hands a little bit here, but this is something you could go back earlier in the course and be able to do, so maybe you should go practice that if you can't figure out what that is. All right, so this means that we are going to use in our parameterization that z is equal to 1 minus x plus y. So the parameterization of s is going to be r of u comma v equals angle bracket u comma v comma 1 minus u plus v. Now we also need to determine the restrictions on these. So imagine what this boundary looks like. The triangle in the xy plane is bounded by 0, 0, the point 3, 0, and the point 0, 1. 0, 0 is one of the boundaries, but really it's going to what's going to dictate the x boundaries on this is where the other side intersects. And that actually is a line. Well, actually, the x's are going to range from 0 to 3. That's just given. Right? So we have 0 is less than or equal to u is less than or equal to 3. But the y values will be determined by the line that's formed there. So the other restriction will be 0 is less than or equal to v is less than or equal to 1 minus 1/3 times u. 1 minus 1/3 x is the equation that is the other side of that triangle. Now from here, we can say that t sub u is then equal to angle bracket 1 comma 0 comma -1 with t sub v equal to angle bracket 0 comma 1 comma 1, which means that t sub u crossed with t sub v is equal to angle bracket 1 comma -1 comma 1 end angle bracket. That's necessary for our integral, of course. Now, also, we need to notice that the curl of f, go back and be able to calculate that, but the curl of f with this parameterization is equal to angle bracket 1 comma 1 comma 1, so that the integral over the curve C of f dotted with dr by Stokes' theorem is equal to the double integral over the surface S of curl of f dotted with ds. Well, that will be the integral from 0 to 3 with respect to u of the integral from 0 to 1 minus 1/3 times u with respect to v of angle bracket 1 comma 1 comma 1 end angle bracket dotted with angle bracket 1 comma -1 comma 1 end angle bracket. Now that dot product is actually 1, so it's the integral from 0 to 3 with respect to u of the integral from 0 to 1 minus 1/3 times u with respect to v of the function 1, which is equal to the integral from 0 to 3 with respect to u of 1 minus 1/3 times u, which will be equal to 3 over 2.